talk about your closing yesterday. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
First of all, tell everybody who you are.
Leslie Bradley in Nashville Metroplex.
Yes. And okay, so you started with me just 2 months ago.
It was mid-September.
Mid-September, so not even 2 months ago, because today's November the 1st. Mm-hmm. So tell me what happened. Tell me how you found this. Tell me what it was. Tell me how much money you put down. Tell me how you found the buyer. Tell me all of it. Tell me.
Okay. So many mistakes. So yellow letters to absentee owners for, I think that was mostly multis. So this was an older gentleman who in this little community has had up to 20 or 30 properties. He's in his 70s. He's liquidated all of them but these last two. So we talked about value and what he wanted, and that day I made him. He told me what he wanted. The next day I called him and I said, okay, and wrote up the one pager, cash, and I hadn't seen it. I didn't know what his expenses were. I didn't know. I didn't know things like if there was a Section 8 person in there and what that meant. And so I just said, okay, sure.
So is it a house or?
So it was two duplexes.
Okay, two duplexes side by side.
Well, a duplex with a 2-bed, 1-bath on one part of town, and then a second duplex on the other side of town is a 1-bed, 1-bath on each side.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Okay.
So two properties. Put them under, and then just started blasting out there, Craigslist, and did a little bit of Facebook on that one, and called other people I knew that were absentee owners on that street or that had bought cash in the last 30 days. I white paged their number, left them messages, I've got this property, but my buyer ended up coming from Craigslist, just a young fella that looking to get into real estate and wanted to see him and wanted to get in, and I said, well, I can get you in there, but I need an offer letter of intent, and you just need to put in your contingencies, because the seller was not telling his tenants that he was selling, so he wanted to disturb them as little as possible. So in an effort to kind of weed out the casual people, you had suggested that I have people send a letter of intent with proof of fund or an offer with whatever contingency they wanted. So he did send me a bank letter and just a little two-liner letter saying he was interested in buying. He would offer this much, and so we went down there, got to see the properties the first time with the end buyer. Walked them and took some pictures and answered a bunch of questions. My seller was just the sweetest old man and did me all kinds of favors, telling us how much money he has made making in duplexes, and it's a great thing. And so it was kind. And so next day, the end buyer and I talked, and he offers me only like, one was 4 or 5 less than what I was asking, and the other one was a little bit more. And so, but it ended up, we haggled just a little bit, and that ended up netting me $6,000 on each property.
Okay, so hold on. So he went and looked at the properties, and the next day he came back and said, okay, well, I can't give you what I said I was going to.
What I was asking, right?
I can give you a little bit less, but that would have meant you weren't going to make any money. So you went back and forth with him, and then he understood and agreed to your asking price.
Just about a little less than asking price, but I had put margin in there for negotiation. So
okay, good. Mm-hmm. So from starting and sending a yellow letter to meeting the seller, how much money did you have invested in the deal?
A stamp, a yellow letter.
Okay.
My contract, I just put $1 down for his money. I didn't send it to him, so he was fine with it.
So for down payment, you had $1
on paper. Mm-hmm.
You had $1 invested in the deal, so really you had no money. down. No money invested.
Oh, no money. No.
And then you found a buyer and they negotiated with you. They went and looked at the property, but they ended up cashing you out when you had $1 involved in the process. And then yesterday you got a check for how much?
2 checks for $6,000 each for $12,000. $6,000 property.
Yay! Yay! So I don't know what the return on investment is from $1 to 6,000 twice. But that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's fair shake.
I'm so excited for you. And I have to tell you that it took me like just over 8 weeks to get my first deal done.
Oh.
Now officially beat my record in time.
Hush your mouth. Wow.
In time. You did it in under 8 weeks.
Okay.
I am so proud of you for closing your deal. I am so proud of you for getting it done. And I'm proud to say that you have now beat my record in time. You've done in less than 8 weeks.
Yay! Thank you.
Yay! I'm so excited.
I know. Me too. Thank you.
So now you had, last week when I checked in with you, you had 7 properties under contract. You sold 2 of them. So now do you have 5 under contract?
Yes. So I've got, So I've got a single family and a triplex, and then this lot situation where it's a couple of parcels that, and I'm trying to either sell the whole big thing together, got some good strong leads on that, or I'm willing to break it up. So.
And then you also told me earlier you've got one not under contract yet, but how close are you think, to getting it under contract?
Oh, yeah, I could lock him down by the end of the week.
So even though you had 7 yesterday, you have 5 today, you think you'll have 6 by the end of the week?
Oh, yeah.
And going back to the beginning when I first talked to you and you had, what kind of real estate experience did you have before you started with me?
I have been doing my own self-education, taking a couple of little classes here and there, just doing binge podcasting and reading and YouTubing. And I think I heard you on another podcaster, and everything you said resonated with me. And so I looked into you, and you were in the process of offering First Deal Done Fast. And I signed up same day or next day, whatever day y'all did the webinar. So
yeah,
a day or so.
But you don't have a license.
Oh no, don't want one.
And you hadn't been doing a lot of other stuff. Had you been in another group coaching program or anything?
Not a group. Oh, I might have done like a 4-weeker, 6-weeker, but it was a group, and it was maybe a half hour a week or so, and that was a year. So
basically, you really went from nothing, spinning your wheels and learning a bunch.
Yes. I was still in so novice, so in my head, all the mental gymnastics, and just not having any traction or any momentum to First Deal Done Fast.
First 2 deals done fast. That is awesome. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. And I have one last question too, because I think you said this on another call that we did, but is there a difference you think from maybe the other program that you took or some other people that you were listening to and having a woman help you?
Oh, and I never would have thought that would have made a difference, because it is what it is, but yes, absolutely it has. Just belief and the affirmations and just the angle that we operate from, that you are able to appeal to, just has made a world difference.
Well, good. I like to hear that too. And the videos in First Deal Done Fast, they helped?
Oh, yeah. I haven't even been through them all. I hadn't haven't had a deal yet, so I wasn't gonna figure out how to. So I just listened to the first half of the modules probably 4 times, over and over and over again. And I don't have anyone that's taken my lease option deal yet, so I haven't had to try to find a tenant buyer. So I still haven't listened to the last half of the modules. I've only been able to assign my deals.
Okay, so you've only been through half of the material. You haven't really done exactly what I teach yet, but you've still made $12,000 in less than 8 weeks.
Well, yeah, they keep taking my cash offers. And so then I end up finding buyers that pay more than my cash offers. So I'm making money. And
so if people are nervous about not wanting to do lease options, that's not a big deal because I can still teach you how to do real estate and make money, right?
Oh, yeah. You're marrying, you're finding your seller, making them happy, giving them options, they get to make a decision, and then you're finding your buyers. And you know what they want. And every new property I get and I put out there, I'm building, networking so many people that are out there trying to make cash offers, or know people who know people, and I've got tons of people in the community that aren't really necessarily investors, but they need a rent to own. I can't tell you how many times I've turned people down. I'm sorry, I can't rent to own this one, but I'm looking. And so I just need to go back through my messages and find the people that are trying to rent to own when I finally get a lease option seller.
So I heard 2 different things in that. You're building a good buyer's list for these cash deals because you didn't have one to start with because it's not necessary.
Yep.
You put the deal out there and people show up with money.
Yes.
Which is weird, and I hated that in the beginning, but it's true.
It is.
And people in your area are looking for rent-to-own houses. They would be great tenant buyers, but you're so busy you can't find them deals. But when you do, you already have a list of those guys too.
Yes, right. Then I'll go back to them. Yep.
Leslie, thank you so much. This has been awesome. I'm so proud of you, and I cannot wait to hug your neck in Knoxville in what, just 4 weeks?
4 weeks.
Because didn't you say that was your prize?
My prize to myself, I was not going to go to Knoxville unless I got a deal done. I put good money into coaching, and I was listening to it, I was doing it, and I was not going to let myself put more money into education because I already knew what I had to do. So I wasn't going to, that was my carrot, is Knoxville, getting to come out to you.
Oh, good. Good. Well, my present to you is I'm going to let you come to Knoxville for free.
Oh, shut your mouth. Oh, no.
Absolutely. Come on over. I cannot wait for you to get up and talk to everybody because everybody wants to see you and meet you and let you tell your story to the whole.
That's me. I want to see and meet everyone. What are you talking about? No way.
And come on Thursday because we're going to have a game of cash flow and maybe some wine. And we're going to have a great, great time. So I want you to come on to Knoxville and congratulations. I can't wait to hug you.
Thank you. Wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I'm so excited.
Well, I know you've got lots to do today. You've got another contract to get and more buyers to make happy. And let's
more deals to get done. Making money.
Yay!
I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.